So obviously everybody now is catching up to some of the history in the past, right? Why is this particular energy that we have as far as in our culture, the hate thing? Why is that like a big thing? Why does that stand out? And people don't know why it stands out. For the most part, like y'all think that somebody's innately hating on you because that's just how fly you are. You know what I'm saying? Or their jealousy and shit like that. We got to look at the root of where that came from, because not for nothing, that's not a plentiful energy within the original culture. It's not plentiful. If you go back to the 1300s, 1200s, stuff like that, when they're speaking about indigenous cultures on different places, different islands, stuff like that, different land masses, these cultures had so much love, they never knew war, not even amongst themselves. They were too locked into the value of the progression of the culture, right? So why is that even a thing? Why is this hate thing so plentiful? Oh, they just hating on me because I'm the shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, why is this thing why is it so plentiful? This jealousy. Oh, I'm going to implement this. I'm going to do that. Well, I'm about to get deep into a lot of shit real quick. You know what I'm saying? We a minute and 39 seconds. And we're going to get deep real quick. I'm going to speak to certain points that's going to illuminate it. And a lot of people ain't going to want to hear the direction that it's coming from, but you can't pull out a weed unless you rip it from the roots. If you pop it off of the top, it's just going to grow back next year. You know what I'm saying? Like, so you got to pull the weed from the root and make sure that it can't grow no more. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how you fix it. So, let's start from this part. So, spiritually, if we're dealing with the concept of Almighty, so ultimately the light shines outward, just like how you see this right here, the light shining down on me. You see the rays, these individual rays right here. Look at that. See that ray? See them rays of light like that that's coming down? That's each and every one of us. That's all these rays of light is each and every one of us, right? But we all come from one source. Now, reverse that polarity. Even though we came from that one source, what happens when the heat hits the ground? It starts to warm up the ground, and then the ground gives off heat back, and it rises up, is what we call temperature. So, understanding these processes and naturality of things, even if we came from one source of light, right? We still go back to that one source of light individually. But the source of light is not a being like you and I. We are coalesced into this as flesh. So going back to that meant even in Kemet in Egyptian times, even predated that, Nagrisha and all that, everybody had the understanding that you can represent the main source of energy in your own particular way as long as that's the direction you was going. So it didn't matter what understanding that you have, you can manifest that in whatever direction you wanted to, as long as that was the main source, was your ultimate guide. If you was being guided by the main source and you rose in your rank or whatever, however you felt through life or whatever that you was guided through, that's how you became a deifying individual. So this is even what the processes of many gods actually came from. They were once on the good side of understanding and learning, and then some of them, like I said in a bill, I said this bill probably like a month ago, I was like, a lot of the old shit from back in the day, they just got so close to that divine energy, it blew them out. So they couldn't go farther than, it was a ceiling for that. But we're not talking about that, right? We're talking about why is hate, why does the hate exist, right? So I had to put that as an understanding, because there's no one person better than nobody. I might be farther up the light ray. I might be right here and you might be like right here. You know what I'm saying? Like I might be that much more closer to the source of the light and you might be right here, but you're still in it. This doesn't make me better than this individual right here. It just means I'm focused on my path. You know what I'm saying? This is my path right here. I'm focused on my path. That might be your path. Focus on your path and catch up so we can both be closer to the light. And you see how when you get closer to the light, it's more broad. It's like it's more power, more energy available as you travel up that light ray, right? So that's the comprehension of that understanding. But there was a specific time after the tribes were together when colonization started taking place. And this is the main reason why nobody likes to focus on slavery, racism, and stuff like that. Excuse me, they don't want to talk about that because they have to take accountability. And the only way you're going to fix something, like I said, is if you understand. The only way you're going to fix something, like I said, unless you understand the root of it. So when you had a group of slaves or whatever, you would have your master would come through and they'd be like, you're the best one out of all of them. You know what I'm saying? They would say stuff like that. So now you're treating everybody else like they're not significant, but they have jobs to do. And they would have to focus on those jobs. This is how you got people who settled for certain jobs. It's not because they're weaker. It's not because they can't think out of the box. It's not even because they like those particular type of jobs in the system. Like, you know, somebody's like, yeah, I'll just be a stalker for the rest of my life. I'll just do this. I'll just do that. No, that's not a reality, not even for them. They just don't know it because it's in their DNA. They were processed like that. So somebody years ago said, Benjamin, you're the best one out of everybody. I can bring Benjamin in the house. Benjamin been working for me for 40 years. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's a good this. So now that's in your DNA because it became your ancestors' integrity. So they would pick individuals out to make them feel better. And keep in mind, if I'm beating the shit out of you, if I'm tying you up to shit, if I'm hanging you, I'm burning you, I'm doing everything in the world to you in front of all your peoples and everybody's terrified. Majority of the time, most of them is traumatized. They're not thinking about how well I can serve this motherfucker. They're scared to fucking death. You see what I'm saying? So on top of that, all that trauma that took place, you had individuals that felt like I'm safe now because this is going on or that is going on. You know what I'm saying? So it became their character. It became the thing. It became the thing that qualified an individual as what they particularly, started digressing to. That's what individuals like. That's how your character changed. Because they would say shit like, "Oh yeah, I'm good over here." And then if you look at it today, those people manifested into people would say, "Well, hey, come on, everybody, calm down. Let's come to an agreement. Let's work something out. Let's come to a compromise." That's those same people from back then. They're just changed down into the line. So now the voice of reason within the culture that brings balance is the same person that was picked by his slave master in a long time ago. People don't want to hear that shit. They don't want to hear nobody talk like that. They don't want to be like, oh, hell no, I'm not that. And then it even got shortened to where people will have different names and slang names for certain things. But that be the reality. Every single person, right? Every single person has the opportunity to rise on each ray of light in that direction. Whether you're standing up for truth or whether you're being truthful. That's the understanding of how it is. If you're standing up for somebody doing some righteous shit or you're being truthful about the wrongdoings that are taking place, either way, we're serving this value of how the light comes down from one source. Individually, we rise back. It's like you're going back up the same stairwell you came from. That's your umbilical cord. So hate is not even a real thing. It's a program. For you to look at your brother or your sister and have a problem with them because of this, or for you to look at your brother and your sister and you don't balance out some understanding, or you don't be there for them in a certain way, you know what I'm saying? That's an issue. That's an issue because you're programmed, and you'll come up with the rationalization to give you the reason why you could feel like that. You'll say, oh, it's because of this. It's because they did me like that. I know actions take place, but in the same hand where a person was manipulated, they was also fucking people up real bad. So now some people have changed into this time. They don't feel pain like that. Some people don't feel pain like that. That's why they're not aggressed to some people's feelings. You know what I'm saying? They went through so much, they like, I don't care right now. Until they get to the point to where their life flips it over. And when they life flip it over, you get the contrast of what you went through your whole entirety. So then you start there saying, damn, I never knew what love is. And then that same person who went through so much pain, he'll bust or she'll bust your motherfucking head for whatever, they become the most loving people because they know all the pain that they went through. And when they get something to love, they supply that love that they learned from the pain they went through to the individuals who don't know the pain that they went through. You see what I'm saying? So this is why we have certain values of division where people are fighting passionately for what they believe in, and then other people saying, let's compromise. And then other people saying, oh, I'm hating on this individual and not understanding our whole full potential as far as being a collective energy that's rising individually to the source light. Because that same source is in the biblical court. Just like these rays are coming off individually, that main ray, that's my ray right there. That shit is connected all the way to my soul that's inside of me. I don't see it, but it's connected to me. You see what I'm saying? It's not for everybody to see. And some people who have a higher level of tapping, they can see your energy connected and how far it flows. And that energy is fed by your Taurus field. You know what I'm saying? So not for nothing, I even know why every single role in life is being played now. Like, I be going through these transitions so fast now, and that's why I be quiet. You know what I'm saying? Like, when I don't drop no jewels, I give it like 3-4 days, maybe a week. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I'm like, yo, what's the point of giving out knowledge? You know what I'm saying? Knowledge is only valuable if you're going to do something with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I literally use this knowledge every day. I use it. You know what I'm saying? Whether I'm talking to somebody, like yesterday, I had a whole bill, you know what I'm saying, with this young lady. Like, I dropped jewels. You know what I'm saying? We was chilling, like, I took her on a nature walk. We built, you know what I'm saying? Like, really, it was like a one-on-one consultation in a sense, like one-on-one. Took her on a nature walk, trail, dropped mad knowledge on her. And when it was all said and done, you know what I'm saying, I believe she was liberated in the thought because she was really interested. The deeper we got, it was like, well, I didn't even think about it like that. I know you're not going to think about it like that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not speaking from an arrogant aspect. I'm speaking from a knowing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I understand by what divine is doing for me, how to love correctly. You know what I'm saying? And love is not always about physical anything. It's just how you express authenticity with people. You know what I'm saying? When you express a pure authenticity with people, coming from the perspective of you, but not trying to gain anything from them. That's what real love is. It's like when you're coming from the depths of who you are, and you give a genuine attraction or connection to someone without trying to receive anything. And you give them the opportunity to fulfill that space. That's unconditional love. So now when they give back to you, right, knowing the fact that of the energy that you put out, it's a genuine thing. It's not because, oh, I'm coming to get something. It's because you're genuine to people. It's called reciprocity. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't make this shit up. Like, people are like, yo, how can I get stuff? It's not about getting stuff. It's not about having somebody spoil you or dote on you or nothing like that. Those are the things that happen because you're authentic. Because you're authentic. That's what happens because you're authentic. Because you bring that genuine level of whatever it values. And keep in mind, that magnetism is collective in each situation. You don't know how that's going to manifest in your town or your state. So stop thinking about how or what it looks like. See, other people who are not attached to the source, they think like that. What color should I wear? What outfit should I put on? What do I look like? And then they bring that level of confusion to your dumb ass, and then now you as confused as them because you think their confusion looks cute. I'm serious. Like, people will think somebody's stupidity looks sweet. I want to be her getting ready for something and be confused and run around like I got to get dressed and then use that as a character so you can wait for me. That shit is dumb as hell. That's why I be talking about, yo, TV be fucking people up. I'm so serious, yo. TV fuck y'all up bad, yo. You know what I'm saying? Like, people take characters because they don't know how to be men and women. You'll see a man act a certain way, and then you start acting like that because you think that's what it looks like to be that person. Let's keep in mind, all the qualities that we asking each other to be, nobody never been that. Nobody never been that long enough to have it as integrity. Like fathers and shit like that. Fathers ain't been around that long. You have a person that, you know, gives birth to a child with the lady, but being in the contingencies of being in a home and actually have the structure of having a goal and going somewhere, that ain't a reality. Motherfuckers been running for their life, yo, for a long time. If motherfuckers ain't been trying to kill them, or something happened and you done got in trouble just because you're trying to survive or whatever, or you in the wrong state or the wrong place, or this town that don't like these people, and if you out there after dark and all this other shit, like, this is reality, yo. This is real reality. You know what I'm saying? Or if you ain't around the people that you came up with and they're taught to hate, you know what I'm saying, you end your demise, yo. There's very few people that make it, and the ones that did make it, they're making it through the contingencies of being an ultimate placemat in the structure of the system. You know, we call them ass kissers, but at the end of the day, they get their confidence from that type of energy. You know what I'm saying? So Yeah, I don't make none of this shit up. I just pay close attention to it. So if you want to really defeat the vibe of hate, you got to first start with how you perceive the knowledge that you're getting. Because most of the reasons people are saying certain things is because of the stupidity on both sides of the fence. Like, some people don't know that they have to take accountability for what their ancestors did. They don't know that. They just think it was based off something else. And other people are still mad by their ancestors allowing things to take place. So they lash out at everybody who had hand in allowing their ancestors to have shit happen. So, not for nothing, that's why I like that bar Remy Ma said, I ain't got to play the game, I knocked the board off the table. It's a fact. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all keep wanting to play the game. And within the game, you have to win, you have to lose. Somebody has to be powerful. Somebody is the reason. Somebody did this, somebody did that. That's a part of the game. Every move in the game has a character. So when you're still in the game and you're calling out players and you're saying this ain't right and this is right and you feeling like this and da-da-da-da, you're in the game. You're in the game whether you believe it or not. You walk around talking about you divine this and divine that. No, you're playing the game right now. And divine said, I'm not of this world. You see these light rays? As much as I run my hand through them right now, right? I can go this far and block it out or come back across. You can see the point of where the light is. That's all I can do to it. I can't damage it, though. I can't hate on it. You know what I'm saying? The light ain't going to give a shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, the light is there. So that's my point to the value. Like, the light is in the world, but not of the world. You can't do shit to it, even if you wanted to. That's how powerful the light. You can say what you want. You can turn it out, but you didn't hurt it. You know what I'm saying? The light ain't like, man, they turned me out. Damn, yo. I can't shine over there tonight. Yeah, the light ain't doing none of that. That's not what the light is doing. That's not what the light is doing. You know what I'm saying? So that be that particular type of reality that nobody want to actually, you know. And I know I say a lot of things really, really fast. It's because I comprehend quantum fast. You know what I'm saying? Like, I comprehend so fast on certain things. And that's just because I sit with myself and I really let thoughts marinate. Like, my phone died earlier, right? I don't know, sometime this afternoon my phone died. So I put it on a charger and I came outside and sat by myself with no attachments to no technology, just sat. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, bugs is all around, flying around and shit. Like, you just out here. And you just sit still. All these thoughts started coming up into my head. Like, things to, you know, talk about and all this. They just started flowing. And I just let it go. I rolled up a clip. You know what I'm saying? It was just chilling. I'm like, word. After I did that for a minute, my body is like my body did enough, or my soul had did enough, because it had collected enough information that what I needed to deliberate on as a certain value. So then when I went inside, I went to sleep. It was like my body just shut down. I woke up, it's like 7 something. I'm like, it's 7. Oh shit. Like, I didn't even know I knocked out. Like, I didn't even realize I went to sleep. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how powerful it be. Like, certain things that are out of your hands, they take place. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's how you know you in line with the Almighty. Like, for the most part, everybody claim they close to the Almighty, but you keep doing stuff. You keep being in your own way. Like, you keep doing it yourself. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. You don't got no stillness going on in your life, and you don't choose it by integrity or purpose. Like, what I mean by integrity or purpose is, like, you don't do it when nobody's not looking. Like, you try to show people that you're spiritual. That's not integrity. That's you putting on a show. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I meditate out in the open and you watching me meditate, and I'm like, oh, and I'm sitting on my towel, you know, I got my stuff all around, and you watch me, like, what are you doing? And you're like, I'm meditating. Like, that's you showing somebody what you do. You know what I'm saying? When you got unconditional love for your process, you don't sit there and make it a thing to where you're showing everybody. It's not advertised in that type of way. You know what I'm saying? You just be it. Like a blade of grass. Yeah, we know what blades of grass are. We know what trees are, dirt, sand, and all that. But they're not like, hey, I'm dirt. Hey, I'm grass over here. Hey, look at me. I'm grass. That's not the reality. But this is how people are. That's how stupid people are. People like to lie to themselves constantly. And you lie to yourself, don't even know you lying to yourself. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to set it up this way. I'm going to set it up. You're going to set what up? You ain't setting up nothing. You need to be it first. You need to know what that feels like. Matter of fact, don't tell nobody that's what you about to do. Go live that life for a while. Go be that person by yourself without nobody around. Let it become a hobby. Let it become something that you have inside of you. And then bring it out. Oh, I've been doing this for 3 years now. Or word, you've been doing it for 3 years? I didn't even know. Yeah, I had to do it so I can master it. Most people don't think like that, yo. They just go about their life and just say whatever they want to say. And most of that shit be bullshit. You know what I'm saying? The way y'all judge people, the way y'all look at people, it be false. Majority of the time, you judging somebody from a moment within a circumstance that you dealt with, and you want that to be their whole existence. that don't be reality. Some people are repetitive though. They'll keep doing shit over and over and over. That's how you know that type of person. That's their capability. Once you know the negative, how far they're willing to go negatively, then you know how fucked up they are as individuals. You don't have to contend with that as a value. You don't have to be like, oh, no, I know now what you're capable of, so let me move accordingly. If you don't think like that, then you the fool. Like, people be like, I'm this, I'm that. No, it don't work like that. You have to be paying attention. You got to be knowledgeable on some value. You have to be knowledgeable. You have to be looking at it like, wow. And then it's not, it doesn't always take reaction. It doesn't always take, oh, boom, let me go say something, let me do something. No, comprehend what this person was able to do within the circumference of your energy. After you have some understanding to that, once you understand that, you don't have to get loud. You don't have to be belligerent. You don't have to be disrespectful. You don't have to break anything. You can change how you feel at that point. A lot of people be like, yo, I was in love. I didn't know how to do this. I didn't know how to do that. That's not love. If somebody shit on me after I learned I love it. All right, I'll give you an example. Papoose said I punched Easy in the face because he shook my hand while I was with my wife. That was a respect thing. So now you're going to shake my hand, but you still going to go after my wife. You know what I'm saying? That's that type of energy. So in that breath, it's like, okay, so now I got to move accordingly. I ain't got to say nothing. I ain't got to be like, oh, I'm mad or whatever. No, I just handle it accordingly. You know what I'm saying? Like if you with somebody and they do you dirty, they cheating on you or whatever, you know they cheating on you, move accordingly. Don't have a tantrum. Don't throw a fit. Because now they know what they did is affecting you. They know, they like, damn, what I did got them mad, and they're only mad because whatever. That's in your mind is what you expressing a level of love. No, that love should fall off right then because they're not capable of maintaining that type of connection with you and them. So how do you love somebody that wasn't genuinely in the first place? That should be a reality maker right there. I loved you while I was with you till I saw what you was capable of. That's how that works. I loved the shit out of you while I was there till I saw what you was capable of. Once I found out what you was capable of, I started falling back. I started changing how I handle situations. I moved in silence. That's how things work. That's how things supposed to be. If you do wrong, you got to take accountability. That's how things work. What's up, y'all? What y'all got going on? They sitting there watching me. They like, oh, he talking right now. They be over there looking at me like a movie. I'm thinking they looking the other way. They both sitting in the shadows watching me talk right now. I'm thinking they looking the opposite direction, but they looking at me. All right, so that's what's up. But yeah, that's the point. You know what I'm saying? That's what that is right there. And from the beginning to the end of what I'm talking about, it's all simultaneously, all in the same energy. You know what I'm saying? You start by comprehending, knowing that we all have our own ray. Our own individual ray, and you see how it comes in so many different directions, but the point of it goes all the way back to the light. So there's no reason to be salty about nobody's growth. Some people that's way down here, see my hand at, some people see how the light stretch way out here. Some people that's down here, see how light it is, how light the rays are. They're not in the depths of the power of the light yet. They're down here, so they're still making decisions. They're trying to decide if they bright or not. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how it works. They're trying to decide if this is their path, or if that's their path, or if this is their path. All these little rays, which path is theirs? That's really how, and it manifests in a way of you trying to figure out what's yourself and how you move. But standing on divinity would allow you to comprehend that. You know what I'm saying? Once you start standing on your divinity and understand you're fighting for the fact that divine actually gave you a life to live, then you start solidifying your own pathway to follow. You heard? A lot of people don't even think like this right here because they too busy trying to prove shit. Y'all too busy trying to run and watch. As soon as and then next time when I drop a video, every time I drop a video, motherfucker will go over my shit and then they go break it up into pieces, and then they want to put it on the internet like they got some knowledge, but they ain't experienced nothing. Ain't take time for themselves, ain't did nothing, ain't been still, none of that. This is what is this stuff. I'm gonna hit you in the face with a brick one day, and it's gonna be out of nowhere, and they gonna be like, poof, who hit me? Stop talking, yo. Stop running your mouth so damn much. For real, for real. Go learn some shit. You know what I'm saying? Go study. We learned in school, observation is real powerful. You ain't always got to be writing shit down or reading a book. Observe. You got to be very observant. And if you can't be observant, you're going to miss a lot of things in life. You heard? I ain't going to hold you, man. Just trying to show you something. New progress is coming up, and soon new features, how I'm going to be showing the visual. I've already been put it together in my head. It's something similar. It's similar to something I did a minute ago. You know what I'm saying? But I'm kind of like reinvigorating the idea. So once I get them together and I can put it together, I'm going to start dropping them. But it'll be interesting. You know what I'm saying? I think it'll be interesting, and I hope you guys enjoy it. But it's always love, and it's always tons of knowledge. I ain't going to hold you. Just trying to show you something, man. NAGA the Wise.